Ready.
Oh. The title of my speech is Growing Up Going to Church. Now in my prop here, you'll see a guardian angel. You see two children walking across. Everyone who grows up in church has this sense of God's presence. Psalm 91:11 says that God will send His angels to watch over you in your time of trouble. So there's the picture of the angel as they tread across the sea of life. Now growing up in church, if you ever sat on the couch listening to your brother tell your mother why he can't go to church at the top of his lungs, you probably grew up going to church. Or every Sunday morning your sister needed a new pair of pantyhose or she couldn't go to church. You probably grew up going to church. How about running out the door 5 minutes late for church after making it to school every day on time? Yep, you probably grew up going to church. How about your morning prayers on Sunday? Was your mother speeding through town praying that the lights don't turn red so you can make it to church on time? Yes, you probably grew up going to church. Church, that Sunday morning institution where everybody is happy, everybody is clean, and not a discouraging word is said. I wish it was like that, but one time church was serious business. Today, the most common complaint is that church is not relevant. Well, you can rest assured that if you look seriously at church, that there's not another institution that is like it. They take you as you are, and they keep you well long after they should have let you go. Growing up in church can be enjoyable, enriching, and giving meaning to life. It can also be an anchor in times of trouble. You'll also find that you have a place in your community and in the universe. And it's a place where you can learn to help people and live longer lives, healthier and more focused lives. Growing up in church helps you get a grip on your place here on the earth. And it also helps you form an obedience to God. Going to church will teach you discipline and respect for your fellow man. This will help you make better lifetime decisions. Growing up in church helps you find your place in your smaller part of your community. If you go to church, you have to learn to get along with other people and help share in ideas. Growing up, going to church helps you help other people. It's an avenue for reaching out to others. The organization that most churches teach you is to teach you missions and outreach in your community. And you're able to pick a project that you like doing in the area that you have knowledge. Growing up in church can help you live longer. In a 2006 survey, University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, they analyzed the actuarial death rates and found that people who went to church regularly actually lived 3 years longer. It's no secret that God promised you in 2 Timothy 2:7 that He's giving you a sound mind. Growing up in church helps you live a focused life. Children learn valuable lessons about little things such as obedience, honesty, and sharing. We learn from one another, so we should surround ourselves with godly influences. Growing up in church gives you a purpose in life. In the church you'll meet people, welcoming people. In the churches you will learn to sing. In church you'll learn that the Bible is taught. In church you will find an interest group and learn to worship. You'll find fellowship and lifelong friends. So in closing, there is a church close to you that needs you to come in and be a part. You learn to serve, and I've heard it said that an optimist sees a glass half full and a pessimist sees a glass half empty. But a person with a servant heart who's learned to serve takes that glass and tries to find a thirsty person in order to be a servant to that folk. You can only do that by belonging to the local body of Christ. Time.